Hey guys, Sam from Manfors Makes. So it is Wednesday the 23rd of February 2022. I have already recorded a video today, but you won't see that until later in the week. So you will see me dressed exactly the same. In that video, I apologise that I have not got my hair up. I have literally given it a brush and I'm letting it do its own thing today because I am feeling a little under the weather. Nothing serious, just a sniffle or a cold. And I think it was when me and my 3 children were out in the garden wrestling with the trampoline in the middle of the storm. So I think I've picked up a little bit of a sniffle. So nothing to worry about, just feeling a little bit under the weather. Anyway, I haven't done a WIP Wednesday since last week, and I have a finished object to show you as well. So let's just jump in and get to it. But first of all, thank you for all returning viewers. Super appreciate you taking time out of your day to watch little old me. If you're new here, hi, welcome in. Please feel free to subscribe if you haven't. You're always welcome. And hopefully you like the content that I have already created. Please check out my playlists of previous videos. And I try to do at least 2 or 3 videos a week just to keep you guys updated. I do have a little bit of a mystery giveaway going on at the moment. And that you can find details on previous videos, but just a little recap. I have a video in one of my playlists called What Would You Like to Know? Something like that. Because I realised that apart from my content, I don't really tell you guys a lot about my personal life. Or anything about me, so there might be things that you're intrigued about. Feel free to ask away, because if you write a question in the comment section of that video, what I am doing is I am writing your question in a notebook, and just from the order that I see them as and when they crop up, and I will be putting a number next to your name. When I do the answers video, which will probably be on Friday of this week, at the end, I will ask my little electronic friend who begins with A to pick a random number between 1 and however many questions I got. Feel free to ask more than 1, but it will just be 1 entry per person. Go into more details about that on that video. I am not telling you what the contents of the giveaway are until then either, but let's just say there'll be a little bit of yarn and there'll be a few other surprises thrown in as well. So if you'd like to get your hands on a few goodies, because I just want to do a random I love you guys giveaway, then please do write a question on that video and you will be entered and in with a chance to win. So I believe last week I showed you the cowl that I made as part of the Twisted Fibre Friends group that I'm a part of. They go live on Sundays. They normally give you 2 or 3 weeks to make an object, and this object this time, it's the second cowl that they've done, and one of the panelists, who is Cocktails and Crochet with Coco, it's her pattern. They have a Facebook group also where they've put a copy of the PDF in the group if you would like to download it. You can also email the Twisted Fibre Friends if you don't have Facebook, and they will email you the pattern also, or you can pay for it also. There's lots of ways of getting hold of the pattern. It's a really super pattern. It is ideal for beginners or maybe slightly advanced beginners. There is a bit of sewing on of buttons, which I never did until I made this, and I made one and I did show you, but I also made a second one, and with the second one I just tweaked it a little bit more to my liking. Nothing wrong with Coco's pattern, it's just us as crafty people, sometimes we take a pattern and we just zhuzh it a little bit to how we would like it. So just as a recap, this is the first cowl I did. I'm not going to put it on today. Made with this lovely yarn, and I had some of these pretty buttons to put on it as well. I noticed after I had made it that I had put the buttons on a little bit wonky. This button would ideally be a bit more over here, but it was the first time I did buttons, and it's always good to have a bit of a learning curve, because even if you've been crafting for quite a while, you will find that there are things that don't always go as planned, and you just have to rejig things a little bit. But overall, super pleased with it, super pretty. It will keep you nice and warm in the winter. The yarn I made with this, again, it is talked about on a couple of my previous videos. but it is the King Cole Acorn Aran DK colour juniper. If you're a knitter, it would work up like this, which is super pretty. So I used a whole ball of this, and then I probably used maybe a couple of meters at most of this second ball. So I've actually got the majority of this second ball left. 100 grams, made in Turkey, 216 yards, 198 meters, 80% premium acrylic, 20% wool. You can wash to 30 degrees Celsius. You can iron. Do not tumble dry because you need to dry flat. And I know that was super quick, but I have gone over this at a slower pace in previous videos. So that made this, and I am super pleased with it. Very pretty colours, and I'm very, very happy with it. Now, I also made a second one slightly different to this one. And I actually assembled it slightly different as well. So for this one, I used the other wool that, again, I've gone over in a previous video. It's the Big Value Tweed Double Knitting by King Cole in the colour Licorice. Black with all these multicolour flecks, super beautiful. And actually this yarn was an absolute dream to work with. Definitely will buy more of the tweeds in the future. Highly recommend. And it is super lovely. And this is a full ball because actually I made the cowl I'll show you in a second with just one ball, which was really lovely. So actually, because I bought two, I could make two. I'm not going to make two, but you can because you only need one of these. This again is 100 grams, made in Turkey, 98% acrylic, 2% viscose. This one's got 320 yards or 290 meters. You can wash up to 40 degrees Celsius. Don't iron. Cool tumble dry if you wish. And like I said, colour Licorice 3653. Can you see that there? And it is super pretty, super squishy. Dream to work with. Really, really enjoyed it. So that was that one. And this is the second cowl I made. So if you notice on this one, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get it all in screen actually. Let's lean back a little bit. So this one, I made the starting chain slightly longer. You need a multiple of 3 and then plus 2. So I think the original was 89, and I think for this one I did 101 to begin with, just to make it a little bit longer. And I actually folded it slightly different because I like this little handkerchief, neckerchief, you know, pointed finish at the bottom. And I tried super hard to get my buttons a little bit more straight. They're still a little bit wonky, but much better than the other one that I made. So I'll just give you a closer view of this one. And if I hold them up side by side, hopefully, if I can get my hands to work properly, there's this one and there's this one. So because this one's shorter because of the way I folded this one's much longer, and it's got the point hanging down there. And this was just a bit more my style. But I love how the rainbow flecks break up the black in that one. And like I said, it was just more my styling this way. But it was a really lovely pattern to follow. I just tweaked it a little bit just for my liking, but it was a super pattern. Thank you so much, Coco. Super appreciate it. So that is the two cowls that I made for the cowl. So I wanted to show you those. I haven't actually made any more bats at the moment, apart from the 3 that I showed you in my last WIP Wednesday video. I still haven't worked on my whatchamacallit. It is sitting there staring at me going, please work on me, please work on me. And hopefully I will have a chance to work on it. I have had a lot less crochet time this week, and I will do until next week, as all 4 children are on their school holidays and Mike has taken the week off work. So we are enjoying some quality family time, and they need my attention a little bit more. I do try and crochet in the evenings though, but because we're more busy than usual, I am a lot more tired than normal, and with me being a little under the weather as well, I'm finding that I can't crochet as much as I would want to. But hopefully in a few days and by next week I'll be able to get my hook flying again. There is another new WIP though. So in another video of mine, I did an unboxing from Hobby, however you pronounce it. And in that video, I actually bought a mystery bag from them. And if you can see these three here, the yellow, oh, point Sam, the yellow, and then the darker blue and this blue, there was a fourth. And they've been staring at me, and I've never used such a thin weight of yarn before. And I've been talking to a few people in their lives and in general passing in the YouTube streets, and they've all suggested that they would be perfect for a shawl. And I've never made a shawl before, so new challenge, new item to get stuck into. So I took the plunge. And I went on to, I think it was Lovecraft's website, and looked at the free patterns they had on there, and I found one, and I felt like it could be something that I can manage. So far I'm doing okay. I think as it gets a little bit more intricate down the line, I might find that, you know, I'm going to need to ask a bit of advice on it because I've never done a shawl before. But so far so good. And I picked... I don't want to pull my stitches out, bear with me just a second. I did pick one of these, and I picked the one that had the more of the aqua and the turquoise before it goes into the greys and the blacks. As you can see, I'm using it from the centre pool, and this is super thin but super soft and yummy, and I do believe it is cotton. So would you like to see how far I've got with my first shawl? I will hold it up to the camera now. Let's just pull out some more yarn. So here it is. So I've already gotten this far. And obviously this part here will be at the base of your neck going across your shoulders. I wonder if I can flip it around so it would be like this. Super lacy, super pretty. Loving the colour so far. Bit of a funny story, might be a little bit inappropriate, so sorry if I offend anyone. But when I first started, when it was a little bit smaller, because of the shape, and when it was probably sort of this big, so the triangle to about here, one of my children came in and said, "Oh, mummy, what are you making now?" And before I could answer, they said, "Are you making some pants?" As in knickers. And I said, no, I'm not making knickers. I'm making a shawl. But I suppose, you know, maybe a pair of lacy undies could be made with this pattern. I'm not going to attempt it because I certainly wouldn't wear them. But, you know, maybe another idea. Anyway, enough of this silly shenanigans. So I'll just show you the stitches a little more up close. So as you can see, it is quite a lacy pattern because you can see me through the stitches. Got a stitch marker there just telling me where's the centre point. And it's shells and V's at the moment. So I'm super pleased with my progress on this so far. Very, very happy. I think I've got about another 2 rows to do of what I've been doing the whole time with this. And then it changes into a few more different stitches. So just to let you know where I got or what the pattern is called, I printed it off in black and white to save ink. So apologies, you're not going to see, you know, it nice in, you know, all its glory of colour. But it's called the Seems Like Old Times pattern. I can't pronounce the name underneath, but then the name underneath that is Madcap Fancies. So I will just show you some of the pictures. I think this one was made in 4-ply, and I think this one was made in DK. So that is what hopefully it will look like. Mine's going to look a bit more like this one up here. So I'm probably about here. So I've still got, you know, a good chunk to do. But so far, I am super pleased with that. Sorry if the light's glaring off the plastic wallet I've got it in. So that will hopefully be my shawl. So yes, I've enjoyed doing that. It was lovely to work with a weight of yarn that I've never worked with before. I am enjoying it because it's a 4-ply, it's 4 loose threads that aren't wound. I am finding that it splits a little bit, and before I started working with it, I didn't know that there was a trick with this, and I don't know if you know either. And I think I saw it on the lovely Linda Simpson's videos, one of her videos, that if you put a bead, if you thread the 4 strands through the bead will keep all the strands together as you are working with it. Now, I didn't know that until I had already gotten quite far in. Obviously, if I was to do another project with this weight yarn, I would probably use that trick because it seems like it is, you know, a good trick to have in your armoury of knowledge and skills within our craft. So thank you, Linda, for that. I will be trying that out next time I do a shawl. But for something new, it's really, you know, it's given me the bug again. It's making me really enjoy what I'm working on and, you know, seeing how it works up. And it's colours that I might not necessarily pick to use. So thank you to Hobby for giving me my mystery yarns. Yeah, so I'm super impressed and I'm finding it very lovely. And I also got another pattern for a shawl as well. So sometime in the future I'll get it out of my pattern folder and maybe give that one a go. But this one felt like a really nice shawl pattern to start off with, and it was just the sort of thing that I was looking for, which is why I went for this one first. The other one I've got is beautiful, but I think it is a little bit more complex in how you make it, so we'll save that for a later date. So yeah, just to give you one last look before I put it away. There we go. And already it's quite a nice size, and I've only done 22 rows, so it grows quite nice and quite quick. I am not going to be colour controlling either. I'm just going to let the yarn flow. I want to do that for 2 reasons. One, I am a little bit OCD in life in general anyway, and I want to kind of get that a little bit more under control and just be a little bit more free and a little bit more easygoing. But also I wanted to see how a project like that, how the colours do fall, and how it works up. And if I find when I get to the end that I probably would have been better to colour control, that's another lesson that I've learned. So if I do that pattern again, I will be more in the know of how to make it even better. So it's an experiment. It's, can I make a shawl? Can I use this yarn? If I don't colour control, how does it work out? Would it be better if I do colour control? So it's kind of like a personal experiment for me. So I will keep you posted on how I get on with that shawl. I will try and do some more bats as well. I will try and do some more work on the whatchamacallit. I do have another thing in the pipeline, which I'm not going to hint at too much at the moment, but by the end of the week, you should know a little bit more about it. Basically, another YouTube content creator and myself might be doing a little bit of a collaboration, but I'm not going to say who, and I'm not going to say what we're going to be working on. I am just letting you know that there is something in the pipeline coming soon, and I am super excited about it, and I hope you will be too when we both announce what it is that we will be doing. So thank you again for returning and watching me. If you're new here, hi, so good to see you. Thank you for taking time to come and watch me. Please feel free to subscribe and join my family. I would love everybody in the world to come and watch me. Who wouldn't? But I am grateful for each and every one of you that do. My numbers are steadily continuing to grow, which is absolutely wonderful. Can't believe that. and I'm loving every minute of this YouTube experience so far. The more and more I do, the more and more excited I'm getting. And as long as that continues, will be as long as that I do this. So thank you again. I love you all so much. I'm actually going to hop off now and probably play a couple card games with one of my sons. The other two boys are with Mike. They've gone to do a gym session, so they're doing their workouts and nothing I'm interested in. The only exercise I get is using my crochet hook and eating and drinking. That's about it, really. But yeah, seriously, they are having some lovely quality time with Mike. All of them are. It's very rare that Mike gets to be home with us, so when he is, we try and make the most of it, which means if there's less content this week than normal, that is why we are making the most of the lovely man that shares his life with us. So yeah, I'm going to get back to some more quality family time, and I will see you on the next video. And the videos are probably going to be all out of date order, and they may not even land on the days that I want them to, because my internet likes to play games. And yeah, I'm just going with the flow. I'm trying not to take it too seriously. I'm just having fun, because as long as it's fun, it's enjoyable. I don't ever want it to become tedious and a slog, because it will come across on camera that I'm not enjoying myself anymore. I really, really am. And hopefully I can shift this sniffle so I can be more of my excitable, bouncy self. I think I could do with an early night tonight, try and catch up on some sleep. And just, you know, dose up on the vitamins and things, which I will be doing. So as we say, see you in the next video. I hope you have some lovely crafty time this week. Look after yourselves, look after your loved ones, always try and be kind, and know that little old me in my corner of the UK always has you guys in mind, always thinks about you, and really do appreciate you so much, more than you could ever know. Anyway, I'm going. I will see you later. So bye-bye, love you, see you soon. Like, comment, subscribe, bell. You know the jazz, you know the drill, you do your thing, and I will truly appreciate it. So see you later. Bye. Love you.